Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today is 15th, so that means Diecast Mafia Challenge. I've been preparing myself for this, and I have plans to start it earlier this week. But I got sick again. I got cold. You can hear my voice is different. So yes, stuff happened. But I have about 6 hours to build this, so let's just get onto it. I'm gonna be using this custom Ford Bronco because it's gonna require the least customization from my side, and I want to keep it within the idea we are working on, the mod bucket. So they are technically called mod trucks, yeah, but who cares? So there is a lot of them around, and I'm thinking that making just a car would be a little bit boring, so we're gonna try to do diorama as well. I don't know about the drying time. Well, probably diorama gonna be still wet when we're gonna be filming the spin table, but it's okay, it's fine, it's gonna dry at some stage, yeah? So just get on the table and start building. To make this video unmistakably Gaslands, we need to add a weapon, so we're gonna add this orc shooter, and then to make it mod truck, we're gonna have to add some aerials and maybe some flags dangling in the air, yeah? So that's where the paper clips come in, because they can work both as an aerial and as a flagpole, yeah? And I know that I had somewhere in here plastic barrel that I bought. Well, I bought like a little toy set. I have a video already about that, but never posted. I'm gonna post it probably later on. But where did I put that? Oh my goodness. There it is. So I'm not sure about this, yeah, because I could put it on the back, but then technically it would weigh the car down and not allow it to do the climbing thing that people usually do in those cars. Okay, we're gonna ignore the barrel. Maybe it's gonna be a piece of the terrain, yeah, but we can go and stock like 2 of those little paper clips inside, yeah, and we're gonna have like flags in here, well, antennas, so one antenna, second on this side, and then maybe 1 or 2 flags in the back, yeah. So that's the idea so far. It's forming. There's gonna be really not a lot of conversion of this car because it is pretty much ready for this, yeah, but I want to still do my typical Gasland shenanigans, so let's just get rid of that hand. Actually, I don't really have to care about it, so just not be gentle. Oh, it was actually glued in already, so yeah, some time ago it must have belonged to some orc. But yeah, we're just gonna put it on the passenger side, and I don't want to, like, I was thinking about adding a plow in the front, but again, for climbing, out of those mod pits, it would be impossible with the plow. I actually watch a lot of the videos about those cars, and most of them are, lifted, and this Ford Bronco is already lifted, but not all of them, yeah. They are converted that the suspension, yeah, have a lot of give, so the cars can actually climb incredible distances. So we're gonna have one short aerial, so this is gonna be like that. I don't really need to add more to it. Oh, of course it escaped me, so I'm just gonna glue it in there behind the door. Of course, if I don't gonna glue it to the base first, yeah, this is just fairly simple aerial, and then we're gonna have a second one which is gonna be longer, and with this one we can do actually a little bit of a bend even. I don't know if it's gonna be that long. I was thinking something along this line, this length. Sorry about my coughing. Like I said, I got cold again and I'm suffering. Come on, just go in there. So I have a secondary. As you can see, spray painting, yeah. My usual thing, lately at least. I do a lot of spray painting because it's so much faster. Yeah. Now I was thinking, in here in the back, just do like 2 or 3 flags, because those tend to be added quite often to those cars. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing like a proper flag. I'm just gonna do some of those like triangular short ones. On one side they fit perfectly behind, and in here I'm gonna be able to squeeze some. Okay, let's try this. So 1, 2, 1 more. Let's just go for 3 flags, and we're gonna just add them. They're gonna look cool. They're gonna be happy that I did something that I was planning instead of something that was convenient. So this one gonna go more under the angle. Come on. There we go. Just squeeze a little bit of glue in there. There we go. Okay, now we need to make those little flags. And where is my tin plastic card? I have some in here. I'm gonna be doing this from the 0.2 or whatever it is millimeters plastic card. I'm just gonna cut a piece. I need the entire sheet for that. Yeah, but I want to make like a triangle one in here, triangle one in here, and like a longer one in here. So that's what we're gonna do exactly. And I'm not even thinking about wrapping them around, just making 2 triangles, because I don't want to spend ages on something that's gonna be spray painted in a few seconds. And hopefully they're gonna hold. Because like I said, this is a lazy build again. Lazy. If I can call this build lazy. So we have this, and then we need to make another one which is gonna be a bit longer. So like a strip like that. I want this to be about this long. Yeah, and then we're gonna cut in a little triangle into it. There we go. And we're just gonna glue it to this one. Here it is. The car is done. Now it's time for building the terrain. Yeah, I don't really have enough space to build it, so I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the materials, and then I'm gonna just build it up. So we are using this foam. This is a flooring foam. Yeah, so it isn't thick, and that's the problem, because I'm gonna have to stack it up on, because I want to make like, sometimes I see those cars climbing like those rocky. They are coming out of the mud hole, and then they are climbing like this rocky outcrop. So that's what I want to do. I want to make a mud hole, so we're gonna have to build up everything around, then make that mud pit, and the car gonna be climbing out over the rocky outcrop. So I'm gonna be back after this is done. And our little piece of terrain is created. In the retrospection, I probably should have painted it black first. But yeah, I gave it like 4 hours to dry, so the top is a little bit less sticky than what it was, but still nowhere needs to be dry. It's probably gonna need about 3 to 4 days to dry off. There is so much glue and sand in here, but that's not a problem. We're gonna be dredging a car in this mod, so it's actually gonna work to our advantage. Yeah, make it simpler on us. So now we need to finish this bad boy. So tire have to go black. Those tires we're gonna pretend to go black, but they're gonna probably be covered in a few seconds. Yeah, so we just need to get the car to look again like a car after spraying it green, because I want it to be military green, as a lot of those cars are painted either in green or yellow. So I just went for a simple spray and paint job. Yeah, make it everything much easier on myself. And those aerials gonna go black as well. I can leave the flagpoles green, but the aerials would go black. Of course, I'm painting this all black because that's gonna be dry brush in metallic. In the retrospection, if I disassemble this car and just paint the body in green, it would be much better, because there is a lot of black in here. I want this to be covered in black because it's gonna go back to the natural way. And then of course it's gonna be covered in mud, because I'm gonna run it through that little pool of mud that I have in there. But first it has to be black, because maybe some of the black gonna be showing through. Yeah, okay, so you have those two little things. Now the aerials, I want them black. I actually seen on Facebook a guy making a hose out of the paper clip that was fairly convincing. So yeah. Okay, so we have those. Now the wheels. And I really don't need to do them, but because the amount of mud we're gonna pack in here. But still, just in case, if the part of the wheel is visible, it's better if it's not green. So this as well. Oh, stop rotating on me. Oh yeah, now that I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to paint the middle of that wheel as well, because we're gonna have to go with the metallic inside. Alright. You know, even those fenders could be black. You know, hindsight is 2020 always. I need to buy myself a new bottle of the black paint, because I'm running dangerously low on the black paint. Okay. Now let's just try not to destroy everything, including that nice paint job, with my fingers. We're gonna skip the spin table in this build, because that entire diorama not gonna really work with the spin table at all. So we have this. Now we need a white color. That banner in here in the back gonna be white-ish, so we're gonna use Corex White, because this is one of the better covering white colors that I have. Sorry about that. That freaking flu is not going anywhere. Well, I'm gonna have to paint every single banner in white first, because then we want to add other colors. So this one gonna be strictly white, and it's gonna be left like that. And the other is gonna be red, And I was actually thinking about blue maybe, so we just have 3 different color flags, really not representing anything in particular. Although if you think about the combination of the colors, yeah, you may think about different nations. So the big one gonna be white, and 2 of the smaller ones gonna be red and blue. Now we need to give it a couple of minutes to dry. So now this is finally dry, and we can apply the other 2 paints. So I'm gonna go 1 flag red, quick rinse, the other flag blue, and we are almost at the most fun part of this build. So yep, let's just give it a little bit more of that. There we go. And now, of course, a little bit of dry brushing of the metallics, because we need to paint that weapon and those rims. So we're gonna be using this Army Painter small dry brush. You can see that I chew on it quite often. Now, not to screw up the paint that I just put on. So the rims, the orcish gun. Actually, it suits this car so well, that gun. Yeah, simplistic, but works very well. The back one, just a little bit, so it looks metallic. And you notice that I didn't paint the tires on the inside. My way of thinking is they probably not gonna be that visible. Yeah, and now is the fun part of this build, which is getting those wheels covered in mud. They're gonna do it in the most unusual way, yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna have to come back with the... Now I need a brush, and I need more mud. Oh, I was hoping that it's gonna be easy, but nope. So I have this thing, which I called... I watched somebody's video and they call it crew start, yeah? There was much more yellow, my one is much more brown. So I cannot really call it crew start because it doesn't look like a mustard. But yeah, so let's just get the mud into the wheel wells, because that's where it belongs. Yeah, and on the wheels and on the undercarriage, yeah, we're gonna be pretending that this mud pit is deeper than it's supposed to be. So you can see that I'm not really doing any favors to this car. Yeah, those wheels gonna be stock for sure. Yeah, but that's what was the idea. The idea was, you know, to make a car looks like it just went through the swamp or massive mud pit and it's just climbing out of it. So I have zero problems with it, because what I want to do, I want to put it like that. Yeah, if it is climbing out against this hill, that's the entire diorama idea. So we need to add more of it. Yeah, and this is like, you know, like a mud trap. And so now let's just think. There would be more mud in here. In here. I want this to be fairly well dirtied up. Yeah, why I didn't do any rust? Yeah, because this is, well, the rust on this would probably be covered completely by mud. Oh, I even got mud on the flag, which I shouldn't have. Let's get it off. And that here antennae, we're gonna leave it out as well. Yep, I think that is basically it. I just gonna grab a different angle, and that's gonna be it for this video. Well, I'm gonna come back to it and do a little bit of dry brushing, you know, clearing up this this mud on it, on the terrain. Yeah, but that's gonna be next video. I need to allow this to dry probably for a week before I can do anything with it. And I want it to be sitting higher, but those wheels not being stock are actually rolling back in it. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Let's just grab a different angle of that. I'm probably just gonna throw a couple of pictures instead of making the video. So yeah, if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, whoever want to watch it. And you know, glamour shots are coming in a few seconds.